How are you guys doing today? I hope amazing, of course, like always. So today we're doing big time stuff, in my opinion. We're going to be generating a crap ton of blueprints. On top of that, I'm going to make a hoverboard while we're on Planet Rocktopia. If you don't know, Rocktopia, of course, is part of the Entropia Universe. Entropia is an amazing online game in which it's a real world cash economy. Super fun to play, super fun to learn how to play. Takes a second. So, of course, I'm at Never Dies Club. We're going to walk downstairs. You know what? Let's not go that way. Let's go this other way and come down this other staircase. I trust it more. One of the directions, legit, they'll kill you if you haven't earned up some of your other stuff. And we don't want to deal with being accidentally killed. Now, real quick, I'm going to double check that all my stuff arrived. Obviously, I'm going to have to fly back and restock my little store. Looks like our stuff has arrived. Boom. I'm going to pop that out. I'm pretty sure all of our stuff. I've got all kinds of things coming into this planet. Most of it we're going to take somewhere else. Existing beds. Boom, boom. Okay, looks like everything's got here. Let's just focus on what we're doing. I'm going to make sure that everything's stacked in here real quick. Hey, Vital Duck, good morning. Obviously, I have crapload of blueprints. By the way, test subject, I still have your copy of the basic butt joint right here that I'll be on planet Toulon by Monday. I've got to do a whole bunch of moving stuff around. I got to have a mothership come pick me up and take me somewhere, drop some stuff off. Make sure we don't have anything on us. Yeah, nope, we're good. Nope, we're good. Should all be in here. So, if you guys don't know, to generate planet blueprints, like just blueprints that are vehicle blueprints, you can just run a combustor run. The combustor run is the one that's the, okay, good, we're all good on that. Make sure we had enough of everything. This run is going to be a little bit over an hour, of course. Hey, are you on this planet, Vital Duck? Let me write this down. I don't want to forget, and let me pull that to the side. Congratulations, and by the way, thank you super big time for being such an amazing channel supporter. Gotta write that down. I don't ever want to accidentally. Luckily, the game keeps track of it for me, too, just so you know. Oh, I do have you on my friend list. I'll find out where you are. Watch this. I don't take people. Wait. Oh, I have to put duck in there. Don't forget the duck part, guys. It's not showing up. Let me see. Oh, Vital. Oh, it's not under your name. Okay, Anders. Okay. Yes, I do have you on there. Where are you right now? Next island? You know what? I can fly over there easy enough this weekend, or I have to today after we're done with this. I actually have to fly back to Calypso, restock my shop. Funny enough, my shop got bought out of 25 RKs, like which I'll put more in this time, so that won't be such an issue. That's not a big issue. I do want to thank everybody for shopping at my shop, but reality, I'll fly back there by Sunday at minimum. I'm going to be on that side of the galaxy, and probably before that. I might actually have us transferred over to that side, and then, oh, thank you very much. I like to make sure to get you guys taken care of pretty quickly. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull this up. Obviously, we could do a lot of this other stuff. I'm going to click this. We're going to go with 1200 clicky clicks. Boom. And we're going to knock this out. Now, here's the thing, though. After that, after we do 1,200 clicky clicks of this, if you guys look, boom, I have the ability to make 6, maybe. We got 6 clicky clicks on, oh, you know what? Let me check what I sell them for. Oh, they bought that too. Okay, so I need a bunch of stuff, guys. 15 pet is what I sell RK25s for. I believe my shop is the cheapest place to get RK25s, just so you guys know. But um, the reason why is because it's a boosted blueprint. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about real quick before we do too much crafty. And we will do some crafty. So I'm going to have to get some more of them eventually. If you look right here, you click here, see how it's boosted? So literally with almost no markup, I would be okay because I'm highly qualified at making them and such. And so I don't mind busting them out. We'll refill pretty easy, to be honest. And often when I'm doing certain runs, I actually generate my own RK25 blueprints. Once in a while I buy them, but I mean like really rarely. Basically if I'm in a hurry, we buy them. So we're going to go right here. Ooh. We're going to click that to that. So it's just general. Got to find it again. Now, we're going to generate a large amount of blueprints. I can't tell you what exactly we're going to generate, but some vehicle blueprints, some vehicle part blueprints, and such type things. Um, on top of that, I am aware that Entropia is going to add a Mountain of Madness type thing. So I've got my HP Lovecraft Super Book, and I'm actually going to read Mountain of Magic this weekend. I'm not live, obviously, but so I'm much more aware of the mythos behind Mountain of Madness. It's one of the. Oh, Prime Admin, look at this. I've got lime water, but I'll get a real water too. Lime water is maybe better than lemon water, you guys. So, for one, I didn't know I liked the smell of lime so much. It smells freaking good. Um, oh, it's already up? But no crap, if a girl walked by and she smelled like lime, I would be like, I didn't realize it. So, yeah, lime is super, the smell and everything is super pleasant. And I don't know why. I had been drinking lemon water and stuff like that, which is good, right? But I'm going to tell you guys, I think lime water is actually better. Key lime pie is freaking delicious. No crap. I like key lime pie. I don't know how to make one. Maybe I should do that. Learn how to make one. I like cooking, you guys. Hey, thank you very much, and I hope you're having an epic day. So, real quick, we should do pretty good on this. Test subject. Hey, by the way, are you still on your planet? Let's double check that you're still on your planet. I've got that for you. Test. Oh, do I need the whole name? This stuff where I need the whole name. Test subject, is your name in the game test subject? I hope so. It must not be. Okay. Well, we'll figure out what it is. Would you send me a friend request so I can find you easy? Because when I land, I've got a basic butt joint blueprint for you. Oh, awesome. See, this is going to make it super easy to visit with everybody and hook everybody up. Let's get this out of the way real quick. We've already got a blueprint, by the way. Let me move this. I'm going to move that right there. We'll click to blueprinty blueprints. What did we get? The PRX Double Dragon. I have no idea what that is. That has a lot of parts in it, guys. Do you guys see this? 61 clickies of the Double Dragon. Okay. Oh, it's because it's under a different name. Okay, let me write that down so I'm able to find you. Where did I just put my pin? I have a pin somewhere for sure that I was literally just writing with. I'll use a pencil. Hold on, I want to make sure I got everybody's correct name with their stuff. Hey Zuck, how you doing today? I need to sharpen it eventually, I guess. Boom, a red correctly pin. This is what everybody likes. Correctly pins. Ooh, that's dark red, guys. I could probably color with this dang thing. It's super a little bit overly dark red, to be honest. Not like blood red, you know what I'm saying? But, well, it's pretty blood red. Um, if you guys look, I don't know if you guys can see that. That's pretty red. This is for my Edward Jones dude. Honestly, guys, ooh, I probably shouldn't show that had my address somewhere on it. Yeah, who cares? You guys probably can figure out where I live. But, um, reality-wise, I don't think Edward Jones is that good at investing money. Just not to be mean about them, but okay. See, yeah, see, you all have different avatar names than you have your normal names. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm not worried about people knowing where I live. It doesn't affect my universe. I live in a very, very pleasant neighborhood, and most people I think are my viewers are super nice. I live in Colorado. If you want to come to Colorado, you're welcome to. You can't stay with me, but you can come by, visit, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't affect me. Most people are awesome. But I hope you're having a great day, Primian Man. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the you definitely could have got my Edward Jones dude's address off of there. But outside of hey, oh, they just don't do that good at investing comparably. I could check and see how well they're doing, but I didn't even open it because I invest my own money too, and I outperform the crap out of them. Like just outperform the crap out of them. Um, but I don't invest for other people, and they have to be like super cautious. So here's the deal. It's not a fair comparison because when I invest, I'm doing high risk activity in which logically they're never going to do high risk activities to invest your money, guys. And so I'm not saying that they're not that good. That's what it is. They're much more conservative with money, in which when you're being conservative with money, you're gonna be less likely to reap major boon rewards. You know what I'm saying? So like where once in a while I'll burn myself pretty good, they'll never expose themselves to that kind of burn. But the thing is, they'll never reap that kind of reward. So legitimately, you guys, it's a fair breakdown. It's not like, oh, they're across the board crappy. It's just that we're using two different investment strategies, right? One, I have money in them, right? And so I'm not saying they're not good because I have cash in them. But reality wise, I know that they're not really going to take super big risks already. Like I wasn't like thinking these guys are going to be playing the game or like other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Edward Jones is I know. Well, I don't know if the thing was loud, but how you doing, Snow Ranger? I hope you're doing amazing. So the reality of it is, it's just they have to be very cautious because they're handling a lot of people's money, just tons of people's money, and so they're going to be coming at it from more of a wealth preservation and growth strategy than a high risk strategy. I'm willing to sit there and I'm willing to take options positions and stuff like that in which they're not taking options positions. That's just never going to happen with that kind of thing. And I also keep my ear out and stuff like that for like if there's certain activity going on. Like If I hear that there's about to be a short squeeze and stuff like that against something, I'll play that sometimes. Now, Edward Jones, they're never going to play a short squeeze. They're never going to take contra asset positions and stuff like that because that would be crazy for them to do. And it would be crazy. Like, everybody could wake up and watch all their money disappear. You guys get it? So, like, there's a chance that some of my moves are just poof, and I'm like, well, that was a bad move. Including, uh, well, it's I've done those kind of moves before, where like I took a aggressively risky position in which, yes, there was a chance that it played out how I wanted, but there was a chance it didn't. I also am more aggressive with the IPO markets and stuff like that. Edward Jones is not going to jump on biotech IPOs and stuff like that. I will. So on a biotech IPO, there's a chance that all your money just goes phew, like that. There's also a chance that your 25 cent to $1 stock purchase turns into 16 to 20 bucks within like no time at all. You never know. Or any of these so at one point my big thing was to follow which things were coming up for FDA approval, right? Because every time something comes up against an approval deadline and stuff like that, you know that there is a direct impact that will happen to that stock. They're not playing announcements like that, and you wouldn't want them to. I'm just being honest with you guys. You, as an individual, can make those kind of risky decisions with your own money. Edward Jones or any of these other wealth um, organizations, basically, they have no business doing that. It would be crazy dangerous for them to do. Somebody could wake up and find their retirement just poof, gone again and again. And nobody would feel like, oh, that's a great thing. So maybe they'd make you rich, but maybe they'd make you broke. I'm cool with taking that risk upon myself. But I have a portion of my money being played by the Edward Jones guys, in which I'm pretty sure they're not risking my crap worth crap. I mean, they're not doing a great job, um, but they're not risking my money. I'm not going to lose it all at all. And it's just two different ways of approaching it, right? I love lime. I bought like 14 limes the other day, so I'd have lime juice or lime water for like a week. Because basically at this point, I'm drinking lime during the day at least once, and then before I go to bed, I drink some lime water. Thank you very much, Prime Admin. Like honestly, all that stuff is you should learn about finance. I feel our public school system, at least in the United States, does not aggressively teach people about money, right? Which honestly has never made sense to me because we're all going to deal with money. Like every single person in every country uses money. So you would think, since it's like the basis of all things involving stuff you will do in life, including what you're going to receive as compensation for your skills, including what you're willing to pay others, or the ability to make money, you would think it would be a significant, important factor. EU, because it's a real world economy, is super good about teaching people about money and markets if they want to learn it. See, that's the thing. These markets, even on this stuff, fluctuates. Let's look at this overall. We'll look at the year. Boom. You see how this moves all over? If a dude was playing this market right, they could be buying stuff here, selling here, buying here, selling here. All of that would work out. You know what I'm saying? People don't, I don't think, as an across the board in this game do that. And I'm not giving you guys financial advice because nobody can dictate what future outcomes will be from past performance. You can't just be like, in the past, this has occurred, so into infinity, it will continue to occur. There's a absolute chance that things just do a different behavior all of a sudden out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're gonna do a different behavior, but nobody can tell you ever that because of past. So I have a buddy, actually Deepwater, right? Super good player. Oh, I probably should click that. I didn't realize we had a conversation going. So super good player, super smart guy in real life. If you guys don't, well, you guys wouldn't know him personally, but if you know him in the game, super, super smart guy. Yes, the reloads, the rings and stuff like that fluctuate all the time, guys. So, Deepwater and me, both of us invest in financial assets, obviously. So, at one point, no crap, he had watched the retail market, and the retail market at one point had held a pattern in which he was investing using the pattern because there is pattern trading, right? So he knew at this time of the year it was significantly lower, and by this time of the year it would be higher, and it was by a spread that was actually pretty profitable. So for a long time, he was buying at at a specific point in time and then selling at a specific point in time. And then I can't remember how many years ago, and it might have been around, well, I don't want to guess at how many years ago. It was some years ago. But at one point, all of a sudden the pattern broke and it burned him. Like burned him. Made him mad too. Um and which honestly he doesn't touch the real estate market anymore because of that. I think that currently, and I don't know his strategy all the way. For one, he's heavily invested and has a lot of ownership in Entropia style. But for a second, he would wait for the energy industry to get hit by anything, right? And then he would buy energy industry ETFs, right? And then as soon as the energy industry returned to normal, which all obviously we're all going to return to normal unless we are messed as a society, he would dump everything. So he was only buying on a subterfuge moment and specifically targeting the energy industry and specifically ETFs. Now, I'm not telling you that that's the best strategy for anybody. I'm not telling you it's not a good strategy either. He has done well with it. Currently, he actually is on a different strategy um, that involves more of a dividend payout strategy than anything else, to be honest. In which he has done super well on that. And I started copying part of his dividend payout strategy. I mean, I incorporated it into what I do too. But I got a list of his favorite stocks that are like, hey, this is a high performance dividend payout, not necessarily, hey, this is an amazing company. So I've got another rock combustor here. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to end up with a whole bunch of extra blueprints that I don't need. So I'm going to probably flood the blueprint market on this planet. Most of the blueprints I'm going to put in there are going to be at one pet. Just in case you guys need Rocktopia blueprints. I'm not trying to profit off the blueprints necessarily. We're going for unique blueprints and for ones I don't already own. Which the ones I don't own aren't really high at this point. Like I have a good chunk of blueprints. But you never know. Plus we don't know they haven't added something. I personally, you know what? Overall on the long term, you're going to do good with a buy and hold strategy if you buy quality um, stuff. So, can I tell you, and this is kind of naughty, I made a ton of money at one point during the pandemic. And this isn't trying to be nice about it or not nice, it's just what it is. Um, I was pretty sure life would go on after the pandemic. Just gonna be honest. We've recovered from so many things. So when all of the stock prices got annihilated, right? I believe I got one of the airlines at like $8 or something like that per share, and it's normally like 30 something bucks per share. I got a whole bunch of stuff. I bought up cruise ship stuff, airline stuff, um, Darden industry type stuff, everything that was hit by the pandemic. I just went down the list and I'm like, well, this will pass. And I bought stuff based on this will pass. And then, as soon as the pandemic was over, I sold it all. Repositioned. Yeah, it was a huge profit. In all honesty, you guys, I'm going to tell you the truth. If when 9/11 happened, the day after, when the markets were annihilated, I would have bought up stuff. I wasn't aggressively doing anything, so I missed that opportunity. But unless society is not going to recover from the event, then if the market drops in half, why wouldn't you just buy up stuff? And I am not telling you guys to do that because nobody knows when the bottom is on something. That's another thing I don't try to do. I hear of people that think they can spot the top. I've traded a ton of stocks. I cannot tell you where the bottom is going to be on something, and I'm not going to tell you where the top is on something. Yeah, if society doesn't recover, you're not going to miss the money either way. That's exactly my opinion on it, too. Like, straight up. Like, if we don't recover, it will not matter. So you might as well put it into position. That's an opinion, not financial advice. But that's how I roll on it. It just like it wouldn't affect anything. But I don't try to spot bottoms. That's impossible. Well, it might not be impossible, but like good luck on that. I've tried to do it before, a long time ago, and I never was successful at it. And I don't try to spot the top because I've never been like able to be like, nah, this is the top. I've never sold at the supreme top, and I've never bought at the supreme bottom. And so there's a few times that I bought something and I took losses for a month or so before it actually hit bottom and recovered. But on the overall strand of things, I annihilate. I mean, super annihilate. But I don't go playing all the time. And I'm very strategic when I do play. And when I'm not in play, I strategically position things in a very specific manner. Um, the economy has stayed flat in Japan, but they also Japan is notoriously known for manipulating its economy, guys. I'm okay with that, but it's known that Japan, everybody manipulates their economy. For the record, so I'm not trying to accuse one government of manipulating the economy and saying that some other government doesn't. They have whole departments in place to try to control the economy. It's post Keynesian economics is that the government has a direct role in intervening and controlling economic reality. So that's just how it is. It's why if there's another banking crisis, right? Um, we know that the small regional banks could fail, they could go under, but the government on a large scale level will float cash over to the bigger banks to absorb and consolidate those assets. So even when there's a banking financial crisis, it's usually one of the larger, more powerful banks that ends up consolidating more power than before. And they often get the smaller um, banks on fire sell prices because the smaller banks don't have the same power, they don't have the same lobbying power, they don't have the same ability to work with the government to secure assets, and they're just able to do that. And it's not just banks. I don't know enough about the other economic areas. At one point, I thought I was going to study up and learn everything I could. Ooh, space thrusters. I burned up a lot of space thrusters, guys. We needed some of these. I have some already, but we are burning through those. Literally, though, you have to assume economically that the governments will get involved because they do. And understanding who is favored by that is a super powerful thing. It's always the bigger guy. Like, they never run in and are like, we're going to float $500 million to First Regional National Bank so that they can acquire some other small banks. What happens is, and I'm just using this name as an example, I am not disparaging or saying that this is exactly what happens, but kind of what happens is that is what happened during COVID. Yes, they consolidated and ate up some of the smaller banks that were, and some of the smaller businesses that were not in the same situation. Because certain organizations are better at reaching out to the government and getting that money, in which if everybody's wiped out, that money has super powerful buying power and it allows them to go in and acquire assets at a super, super low rate. I don't know why it thought I was trying to gain somebody's thing there. Somebody must have killed something near us. But it's just how it works. And so, like, if there is a big, giant banking crisis in America, which a lot of people think there will be, I'm not saying there will be or not, what will happen is your bigger groups like JP Morgan, and I'm not saying specifically JP Morgan, but the bigger groups like them that already have lobbying in place and already have a direct line to the federal treasury are going to end up in many cases being able to go in and make those very profitable acquisitions in which they buy assets at of basically fire sale prices, guys. Now, is that fair? I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to get into what's fair because economies don't work based on what's fair. Like, if anybody's waiting for an economy to be like, nah, this is fair, there's some dude out there working harder than everybody else he works for and with who's making the same amount as everybody else. Is that fair? No. I'm just going to be honest. It's not. It's not how it works. There's also some guy that's probably a crappy worker that because he knows how to keep getting and pushing for that money, he's getting paid better than the other dudes that actually are better workers than him. That's also, no, it's not fair. It is just reality. And so, reality doesn't give a crap about fair. I'm going to just say that. And the markets, they really do not care. Like, straight up. No, it's just not. Fair is a nice word. You know what I'm saying? We like it in theory, but nobody actually can identify what's fair. Like, it would take some kind of godlike perspective on things as a greater amount than we'll ever have. And so, what you have to do is just accept the way of things, the Tao of it all, and you have to be like, okay, if these are the truths that I am living within, I'll accept them. How do I apply them to my life in a manner that makes it where my life is better in some capacity? And in all honesty, here's what you can accept as a truth. The politicians are innately corrupt. And that's just how it is. It's not me being mean, but they are. That businesses will always reach out with large sums of cash, capital, or other incentives to these corrupt politicians, and businesses that are better at dealing with corruption will do better in most societies. It's not because it's the nice thing, it's not because it's fair, It is just a reality. And so, like, can I be honest? Another thing that happened is there's a stock that I track. Ooh, I don't know if I should say this because it's kind of naughty saying it. So one time when I was in college, I did a report on a company. I'll have to find them again because I haven't popped money onto them for a second. Oof, weird things are happening always, right? Let me find this. I have a lot of different stuff that we look at. So I'll tell you about this company. They're smart because they know how to lobby. So at one point I invested in them not because I thought that they were a competent company, but because oh, it's I'm not invested in them right now at all. I've dropped all my stuff on them. So Sun Power, I think is what they're called. Sun Power, um, and let me Google it to make sure, is super competent at lobbying. That's like their best skill. And I know that sounds weird, but they literally overall, I don't think they're the best company in the world. Yeah, it is Sun Power. So Sun Power, when the Biden administration got in, because they're a alternative energy solar type blah 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 company, and because they're extraordinarily good skill at lobbying. As soon as I knew Biden was coming into office, I had taken and I put money onto him. Oh, they're totally ran by lobbying, guys. 100%. The who is winning in both of those industries is determined by lobbying efforts. A lot of the financial laws that are either repealed or applied are also mostly determined by lobbyists, just so you guys know. And so, by knowing what companies in the industry are actually more competent at lobbying efforts, not even knowing who is the best company. So I'm not saying SunPower is the best company. I'm not saying they're the worst company. They're a solid company. The thing is, they're better than their competitors at lobbying. So I knew they'd win. So I bought stock in them. As soon as it went up, I sold the stock. Because they're not better at operating than everybody else. So I wasn't trying to own them into operation. But I was trying to own them coming into the next administration, knowing that their lobbying efforts would boo them a bunch of money and they would just be like boom, 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 taking in cash from the government. Like that is what it is. And so to a lot of people, they would rather try to pretend, things away. Also, can I tell you, I have great faith in Tesla, and it's not even a super good lobbying company. But anytime I see Tesla just get beat the tar out of for no reason, I'm going to buy Tesla. Anytime Tesla goes back up in price, I sell it. Like, I don't own Tesla long term ever, but I have bought Tesla and got rid of Tesla 3 times now, and each time was at severe profits because I know that they'll recover. One day they might not. One day I could be wrong. I could see them drop in half or some crap, and I could be like, oh no, I'm buying some Tesla. And maybe they have a competitor come in and take them out at that point. So the root of evil, I honestly I've heard that a lot, and I get it where everybody says that. So without money, we'd still be doing what we do as humans. So I don't think the root of evil is money. I think the root of evil is ourselves, and we have to overcome it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people could be like, "Oh, I see it differently." That everybody's able to see it differently. That's a good thing. We need lots of perspectives. When we get unified in our perspective, That's the problem because then there's no longer a discourse. We need to be able to have, um, discourse about many subjects so that we can grow in our own understanding. That's why I don't like censorship. It's not because I want bad ideas to be out there, but I do want bad ideas to be out there so they can be destroyed. And when you silence a bad idea, when you don't allow it to be talked about it makes it where the conversation about that idea cannot take place. And that doesn't help any of us. You know what I mean? It's okay. Censorship is currently the social mode of many things, it seems like. But I think that mankind is the root of evil, and within that we have to look within ourselves to figure out how we can be better. Money is just a principal storage of economic value, but yet how we use it reflects on us. It's just like a gun. You can go out and hunt with a gun and bring back food for your family, but at the same time, it can be used to do horrific things. And so, I'm going to put the bricks away in horror. Oh, I'm not sure what that expression means, but you mean the BRICS economic group, like the BRICS nations? I'm fascinated at the BRICS nations, guys. Like, I'm honestly, a lot of people um, don't don't like it, but can I tell you? Here's reality about it. Um, Maybe we do need a multipolar world when it comes to financial stuff. And I'm not trying to be mean about anything or trying to promote um, the non whatever it is that we want to consider that we have. But the United States has had it's had a hegemonic situation for a considerable amount of time. And in some cases, I don't agree always with how we use our economic power to legislate to other nations stuff. I don't like that. Now, do I get why we do it? Do I understand that other countries also do similar things, such as China and stuff? Yeah, it is what it is. But in all honesty, I'm following the BRICS thing. I want to see how this turns out, you guys. The other thing I'm fascinated with, you guys, is this whole digital dollar thing. I'm not necessarily for a digital dollar in any capacity, just so you guys know. But do I feel that a digital dollar is a natural evolution for international trade? Yeah, I kind of do. I mean, I don't know how it turns out, you know what I'm saying? Like, whew, that's complicated. Have you guys looked at the stuff with, what is it called now? X? With the Twitter. You know, old Twitter, right? I'm pretty sure that they're going to institute a currency payment system within Twitter eventually. And there's evidence behind that, you guys. It's not just, hey, thank you very much for lurking. I hope you're having a great day. I'm always murdering your name, so let me see if I can say this right. Elysian. Elysian Sir. Elysian Zur. I'm probably butchering it still, but I'm going to pretend I'm saying it right for a second. Um, yeah, no, the whole love your neighbor as you love yourself is a super good way to live life, for sure. Don't be a horrible person's another simple system, like, honestly. But can I tell you that I can't remember which philosopher once said that a thief is victim because he is a thief because he'll always be around thieves and therefore he'll always be stolen from. Um, like if you are a liar, you'll be around liars and you'll be lied to. If you're a truthful and decent person, you'll be more likely to be around truthful and decent people. And there's a blessing in that. And I know that might not be across the board, and somebody could give me an example of a super good person that has been totally messed over. That's a tragedy. But for the most part, your own decency can act as a protectorate over bad things. It doesn't always, but let's just be honest. If you're a thief and a murderer, you're more likely to be around thief and murderers, and you're more likely to be stolen from and murdered than the guy that is not. And so, and I do understand that some people just live in super dangerous, bad places, and I don't know what to say about that situation. I wish better for them. That's all you can do is wish the best for all, right? Ooh, look at this! I just got a Polish pirate flag blueprint. Super exciting, you guys. We could make a Polish pirate flag. I don't know. I would like to get some other pirate flags that aren't. I mean, I'm not from Poland. If any of you guys are from Poland, I can now make you your flag. That's exciting. I don't know what a Polish I'm gonna see how many flags I have. Yeah, Pupa. I don't know what Pupa means, but super. You know the Polish stuff that I've heard before? What is that music? Polka. I think that's Polish. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you what. My grandpa loved polka music. I don't even know why. Oh! Okay. That makes sense. So we got the drive shaft, guys. I don't know if I needed the drive shaft. I think I did for something up here. If we want to make a double dragon, we need disc brakes, the windscreen. Oh, let's find out what we have here. I have this stuff. Oh, down here. This is where I keep my Rocktopia blueprints. There's a lot of blueprint books for Rocktopia, you guys. Gotta find our vehicle blueprint book. Okay, let's see what we have. Oh, I have the French one already, you guys. See this alien hoverboard? I've been trying to get that. And this Death to Life edition, I want all these hoverboards. That'll take a second. Lots of hoverboard parts. Oh, I might have all this stuff except the grinder. I probably could make that. Guys, I could. Look at this. Oh, this is another. Oh, we just got a 26 ped clicky click hit. Let's find out what that was. Monster trucks. That's a pretty good hit though, you guys. So here's the deal. I'm really wanting these surfboards. Surfboards would be good. What else? And that's the witch's broom. I want a witch's broom. Oh, and I want a water ski too. Maybe we'll get one of those. Who knows? Oh, well, I don't know any Polish words, to be honest. Well, I guess I do now. I know pupa. Yeah. So I've got my first Polish word right there. That's pretty good. Yeah. I don't think that they have all the flags here, though. There's the Romanian one, Russian one. We got some Slim Jims. Now I'm going to be throwing that in there. I already had the Spanish one. See this Conjurer's Wishes broom? I need that. Conjured Witch's broom. That sounds cool. What would be a 10th level? Lancia Libra edition. Lucho Libra. Flower Power, that sounds cool. Funky Monkey, that sounds super cool. Space Invasion edition of a hoverboard sounds way freaking cool. Okay, so basically level 10 is a bunch of hoverboards, guys. If you're wondering, level 10 hoverboards. More hoverboards for level 9. Hoverboard for level 8. Does it feel like all the upper levels are just hoverboards right there? I'm wanting this PRX Pirate SC. It's a sports car, you guys. Super fancy sports car. I want a wet ski too, but Queen of the Witches broom? How does that sound so freaking neat? It better be a good broom, just to be honest. I don't have any witches brooms at all, obviously. We're kind of dealing with that. There's, I think we just got the double dragon right. Yeah. I'm gonna need the grinder beam, guys. I need to pop the grinder beam. That's what I'm gonna need to pop. I'm missing a chunk of this stuff. Monster truck. We just got some of those. I'm gonna have extras of this stuff, you guys. I'll probably keep some of this on me so I can hand you guys some stuff. Yeah, lime smells super good. I don't know why it smells so good, but man, it's good for you too. Supposedly, lime and lemon juice do something to clean something. I don't remember what it was, but it's an internal organ. It's important to have cleaned somehow. I don't know how it cleans it. Like that part, who freaking knows? Some guy that's a doctor. I could probably just Google it. Have an AI tell me. I'll do that real quick. We'll find out what lime juice is helpful for. I don't know if I told you about Google's AI thing yet, but it's super handy. Okay, ready? Ooh. Uh, okay, so we generated an AI thingy majiggy. Hold on one second. I'm gonna make it where you guys can see what's up with this. Clicky that, clicky that, clicky that. So, I'm gonna make sure you guys can see this. Yeah, okay, good. So, let me move my little, well, I can't move my face. I'll just tell you what it does. Improves immunity, reduces heart disease risk factors, prevents kidney stones, aids iron absorption, promotes healthy skin. Everybody wants better skin. Straight up. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff, you guys. Look at that. Helps with weight loss. I don't actually have weight issues. I'm blessed that way. And I'm not meaning that mean. Like, I really do feel I'm lucky to not have weight issues. I see a lot of really nice people I know that struggle with that. And in all honesty, I even have a friend that goes to the gym way more than me, works way harder than me to control it, and they really do fight controlling their weight issues. And so legitimately there are some people that are actively attempting to control their weight, and it's just not that easy for everybody. And so by it being easy for me to control my weight, I kind of feel that I got lucky on that, and I should be thankful for my blessings, you know what I mean? Oh, I would believe that. Oh. Well, I didn't know that, but I'm gonna tell you. Um. Oh, this is more than 6 ounces of. Oh, this isn't lime juice though. This is lime water. Okay. Let me clicking back to where we have this. I think I must have got a thing or something. Monster trucks. What are we at here? Energy source. That's always good. So, you know what? I don't think I could grow a lime plant in my area. I would like to grow a lime tree. But no, I could picture lots of people having different tolerances of things that they can have. Um, I'm so far I've had no issues with being able to drink a lime water every day. But in all, oh, there's the Spanish flag. I think I already had the Spanish flag, you guys. What is the markup on these things? I already had the Spanish flag. Are any of you guys Spanish? If somebody is Spanish, I have a Spanish flag already. I'm pretty sure. I would, you know what I mean? Like if you're Spanish, I would give you the blueprint to your national flag. I would like to go to Spain. There's some mountain called Mount Silver in Spain. I don't know if you guys know about it. Supposedly, that's where that whole Knights of the Round Table stuff like is actually based out of is Mount Silvert in Spain. I know. Shock, right? I know, that's kind of weird. But it is what it is. It's a supposedly. All that stuff is when you're dealing with mythologies and stuff like that or folklore, psh, who knows, right? But I love folklore. Oh, I will search up Spanish Burgundy. Wait, did I say that? Yeah, I did. Spanish Burgundy. Do you know what's crazy? Do you know that there are Greek colonies all the way over, well, ancient Greece had made inroads all the way over to Pakistan at one point? And there's literally Greek built um, Buddhist monuments in Pakistan, or used to be. They've been destroyed. But weirdly enough, how we perceive the ancient world does not actually work at all. Like the Greeks actually had control over large areas of northern Africa, the Mediterranean Sea, and inroads all the way across what we perceive now as the Middle East. And on top of that, if you go back further, like it gets even more crazy. But just going back that far, what we think the how everybody comes from certain lines and stuff, it's absolutely crazy stuff. There, we just got a horny devil monster truck blueprint. Look at that, boom. I have all the stuff to make that one, but I don't have enough horny devil tails. I'd have to get those. No, Spain did super well. I'm not going to argue that. During the height of Spain, Spain was super powerful and in all honesty crossed the boundaries that we would have never expected. That's why I love ancient history, you guys, or just history at all. Um, I just started, which is crazy. So I just started reading a whole bunch of Romanian. Oh, the cross of the Spanish Burgundy. Okay. So the AI pulled a ton of info. A little bit overwhelming, guys. Oh, is Spain part of the Habsburg dynasty stuff? Hold on, let me read this. Duke of Burgundy, blah blah blah, Jonas Castile. Okay, so yeah, I get why yeah. No, no, that makes way lots of sense why you guys would have been at one point connected. So a lot of people don't know about the Habsburg Empire and stuff like that, or the Habsburg Empire. I say it wrong all the time, but it was super powerful. Do you know the other one that people don't know about is the Tartarian Empire? Do you know that a lot of people think that we had the Roman Empire, the collapse of the Roman Empire, and then just the simple rise of the European dynasties and stuff like that? Hold on one second. I'll get the Tartarian Empire. So the Tartarian Empire was frick huge, you guys. Like huge. And it encompassed parts of the northern China area and lower Russian area. And a lot of people just don't realize how big it was. Hold on, I'll pull this up to where you guys can see this stuff. But Tartarian Empire was absolutely bigger than what people would perceive. See, this is the well, basically the Tartarian Empire is this giant area, and here's Europa or Europe, and you've got some Russian stuff here, but the boundaries of the Tartarian Empire were this whole frickin' area, all the way up to India. Look at that, into the Middle East. I think that this is Poland right here, to be honest. And see how it eats tons of this stuff, including these Japanese Russo Islands down here. Is that not crazy? So you've got this whole area. That's an 1806 map, guys. Do you get what I'm saying? So somehow we just pretend away this giant empire that was super big. Honestly, it is kind of crazy. Not sure what they're gonna say here. We'll pop off of there a little. I'll get us back to the game real quick. Boom. But a lot of people have no idea. Yes, like it was a giant empire, and it just like. I've talked to the Tartars are still people, guys. The Tartarian, like the Tartars themselves, are the descendants of the Tartarian Empire, including the Tartars of northern what is it? Northern China are also Tartarian. Look at that. We got another 23 ped one. We've got some big freaking hits. 30, 26, 23. Lots of blueprints. They're loving us on this run, guys. Monster truck wheels, in case I needed to have wheels for my monster trucks. I might have to come here one day and we might have to spend time making parts and making vehicles. Honestly, if they would give me a vehicle showroom on a planet, I would take it. And over the year, I would fill it. No, I agree. Well, the Tartarian Empire was a lot of plains areas, though. So, for a long time, warfare was super big. They also there's allegations that the Tartars were also being compromised out by Western influences from Europe too. And so they got took down in multiple ways. For one, they were on a decline for a little bit. For two, they didn't militarily adjust themselves to the modern world. And the other part is that there were foreign interests that had basically made inroads into their political decision making and slowly undermined their sovereignty. And so, and you know, in all honesty, that's based on other people and not their version of the events, right? To the victor goes history. You get to write whatever you want. They didn't win, so we're reading the other guy's version of what happened. Period. That's also why you don't hear about them, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, we jump right to whoever is the winning society's version of events because they're the ones telling the story. The Tartarian Empire, if we went to like the homeland of the Tartars and stuff and asked them their oral history of what they think went down, it might be in stark contrast to what we think happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it could be. I like that stuff. So, one of the other societies, I don't know if you guys ever read the actual full tale of um, what was it, King Cyrus? King Cyrus was absolutely a fascinating guy, but his life was brutal, guys. Like, that guy's life was brutal, brutal, but super fascinating. Cyrus the Great, that's who it is, not King Cyrus. Oh, that's probably a good point. You're in Europe. You have more of a. So that. We don't teach about the Tartars. Over here, literally, I've taken Western Civ 1, Western Civ 2, all kinds of other classes that were history classes at the college level. And no crap, in not single um, not in a single class did they bring up the Tartarian Empire. And you would think that they would have. Oh, I love stuff. So, I'm going to let you know when we finally write our sci fi book, we're still in stuff from all of history. Like they say, if you take things from a single source, you're a thief. If you take things from 100 sources, it's unique and original. So we're going to just take a summation of a ton of aggregate information and we're going to stuff that into a single story. And the single story will be a fully unique story because of the culmination of stuff. Does that make sense? I know that sounds naughty. Yeah, Star Wars is totally. Yeah, almost everything like that. All the good stories, you guys, have some kind of underlying historic premise in them. That's the great thing about them. Like that's absolutely. There's almost no story that you find to. That's how it has that ring of truth in it. You know, where you can be like, boom, and even though it's something that's never happened, the story makes sense because there's truth in the story. It's just not, the way it was presented. I love that stuff. World built, no crap. There's societies that call that stuff where you take it, well, there's groups that say the path of the superior mindset is based in that stuff. To take and be able to build worlds that do not exist within your own mind through cobbling together the events that have occurred and have not yet to have occurred. Just gonna say that. I don't know who those people are, but they're out there somewhere, I'm sure. I've heard it somewhere. Somewhere. But yeah, everybody wants their mind to be a superior mind, right? I think, well, maybe not everybody. I'm never sure what people want. But good stuff, I hope. Good stuff. I'm going to check these PMs that keep happening after the stream and stuff, for sure. By the way, I see a, look at all this crap. Who else killing who? Do you guys see all this killing stuff going on? Waffles killed this person. Waffle killed this person. Waffles, what are you doing? You're icing people right and left. I don't even know where you're icing them. Oh, I know where you're at. Waffles, you must be. Well, you're not in my stream. Waffles must be right out the door actually icing people. And he's. Yeah, he must be over in that cage. He's a pleasant dude. He just killed a lot of people, though. Rubber lists, I didn't need that one either. I'll check. Any of these I don't need. I'll probably just actually keep for you guys. And when I hand out stuff, I'll just slip you blueprints. Just to be honest. This is so good. I'm kinda... Well, I have no idea if there's waffle noises. I don't know. But I know he's popping people because I keep seeing it pop up on the thing. Keeps on telling me waffle iced another dude. Waffle iced another dude. So people are going in there and trying to take him. I'm going to bet that's not a good choice. He just iced somebody else. Who did he kill? Burn. It's not me, you guys. See, it says Waffles killed Burn with an Armatrex L50, which is a pretty good damaging weapon. Let's look at the damage on that gun. He's just dropping dudes. I wonder what's going on. Okay, so this is the gun he's using. I don't think he could be one-shotting them. Waffles just killed another dude right there. L1 just got killed by Waffles. Bauer just got killed by Waffles. Holy crap, he just killed two dudes that fast, guys. We'll go, if Waffles is still icing dudes after this is done, we'll walk down there and we'll see what's going on. Because honestly, that's, oh, I just heard his gun go off again. Boom, there's another death. Let's watch this. He at least killed like what? I don't know how many people he's killed. That's at least 5 dudes that he's killed this morning. Yeah, he's dodge skilling some people. Waffles just killed Burn again, right here. Sounds, you know what? Yeah, there's a PvP area right over to the side of us, out, like just out the door, honestly. I agree, that is why they're never angry. I'm kind of curious, because honestly, his weapon that he's using isn't a one-shot weapon, but it shoots fast enough, so he's hitting them twice. And they're going, and maybe they have armor on them too, I don't know. But at this point, they're probably down there PvPing. I'm pretty sure Waffles is pretty high ranking in the killy stuff. He just killed Brower right there. Then he just killed L1. Man. Waffles is racking up the murder charges. I don't have a police uniform. We won't get involved. I'm gonna go down there and check this out. Hey, I am having a great stream, just so you guys know. I'm doing pretty well too. Like, it's been a super good week. I went to birthday parties and other things. This is at 86.9%, you guys. I'm gonna have a 100% combustor blueprint soon. That's super rare. Like, and annoying to do. Let's just be honest. But once it's done, we're done. I'm super excited about that. You guys have no idea. That'll be an exciting moment. Then at the end of this, hey Waffles! How are you doing? We're not talking smack. We were noticing how freaking many dudes you were icing. Absolutely killing it. Like, killing it, killing it. See, you talk and you summon them, people. Boom. I didn't really summon you, but we were discussing. So, no crap, I'm up here crafting, and we keep seeing your murders happening. Oh, you haven't murdered anybody for a second, but you were killing them. I saw that. Like every few seconds, we just have another Waffles kills L1. Waffles kills this person. No, nobody drives combustors. They go into something. But in all honesty, you pretty much just see Waffles just killed Burn right there. Boom, that fast. But basically, you just use a combustor blueprint to generate blueprints. And it's on every planet. Like any planet we fly to, if I run a combustor blueprint, we're going to get a list of blueprints like this. Like just a whole list of them. And so I ran it on Cyrene and stuff like that. Let's see, where is this stuff? You guys will see what I'm talking about. I gotta find the right book. Phil, I'm about to sneeze, but I'm gonna control it. That's the wrong book. I need to obviously do more crafting on Siren. Oh, that's the Redux one. That's not gonna be it. That's different. Oh, that's Toulon. It's gonna be Imperium, guys. No. Arc. Okay. Okay. So this Arc Pig, I popped that with this. The Dragonfly, which I have a quality rating. Well, no, that's just, I have 95 clicky clicks. That's a Dragonfly blueprint. Popped it with it. Well, I thought I had more than that. Let's find where the rest of them are. Trying to figure out Imperium. Well, I have a bunch of Arc type stuff. I just don't know where I put it. In all honesty, it could be in one of my temporary blueprint books. Because I put stuff there too. But yeah, combustors, they go into a couple things as a subcomponent. But in all honesty, anybody that's running a giant combustor run, they're running it for blueprints. They're not running it for the combustors themselves. What I'll do is I'll take the combustors at the end and I'll trade these combustors in for nanocubes. Because I'm not going to fly these back somewhere and sell them. It looks like 109% is what we could get. I don't know why people are buying them. Maybe they have a blueprint I don't have though. Which does happen. People have stuff I don't. You know what I'm saying? Dragonflies are very cool, but here's the problem. The missile system for PvP in the Dragonfly often doesn't work correctly on every planet. Like, legitimately. I love them. I have a Kureka blueprint, by the way. It's armable, you guys. The Kureka, you can put weapons on it. I've never seen somebody open fire from one. I don't know why. But there's weapons specifically for the Kureka. And so, maybe I'll make one and arm it, and then we can fly somewhere and blow somebody up, and they'll be like, what the crap, because nobody ever has one armed. I mean, we won't want to blow them up out of meanness, but like in a non-PvP, well, in a PvP but non-lootable area, we'll blow somebody up. But there's lots of places where you can kill people with a vehicle. I'm still trying to get that patrol boat, by the way. We haven't popped the patrol boat. But, you know, I'm going to probably get it one day when we're crafting something else. See, I believe it's my favorite vehicle, but I don't have all the vehicles. And in all honesty, I want them to add 20 planetary based combat vehicles, like real drop ships and stuff like that. And I would like them to add a bunch of customizable space vehicles, including a whole bunch of attachments for space vehicles, like boosters and stuff like that, so that if you like thought somebody was trying to get up behind you, you could hit a booster and go and yes, you would burn some booster stuff, but you'd like go way faster for a second, allowing you to escape a hostile vehicle. I'd also like it if there was an attachment that was a 200 ped shield unit, to where to take down your shield unit on your vehicle, they would have to spray 200 ped out, because you know that most pirate people are never going to shoot you with 200 ped of firepower. I don't have the tank yet. See, this is another one I'm trying to get, is the tank, guys. One day we're going to own that tank, and then I'm going to end up on another quest of some kind to make a couple tanks. If we had a couple tanks, I would be willing to have a tank war somewhere. I don't even know where. But basically, I do want the tank and I do want the patrol boat. That tank's range is insane, you guys. Just totally insane. I like it. It's a good vehicle. I don't have it. I've looked at its stuff. But a tank war would be absolutely fun. They need to have an area where there is stuff for vehicle to vehicle combat. Like, say they like spawn an area that has like anti-aircraft guns and tanks and stuff like that, right? And you could take your vehicle in and fight. Like ground targets, air-to-air targets and stuff like that. Wouldn't that be awesome? I would like that. Like if we could like, cause like a lot of the vehicles can have weaponry, but for the most part, the only thing you can use them for is killing other players. So what we need is vehicle designated mobs. Mobs that can be targeted by a vehicle weapon and you can loot them. And that have super, super serious like hit points and armors and stuff. I agree. They haven't shown any love for the vehicle combat. And honestly, it would be a super big deal to have vehicle combat, because it would make it where more vehicles were actually being burned through. Like, they would make a bunch of money on it. Because the high-end people, they would do vehicle combat. Like, I really do have faith that vehicle combat would be a popular thing, you guys. My mustache is always tickling my nose. It's the curse of that stuff. Not a curse, but you know. So this weekend, I'm going to read Mountain of Madness. Yesterday, I read the short story Azathoth. That's pretty crazy, and I don't know why he didn't expound that ever further than it is. It's a super short story, by the way. But Mountain of Madness looks to be about 100 pages, so it's pretty short too. Um, I haven't read it yet. I'm gonna read it. That's gonna give us insight into that Mountain of Madness stuff, or it's gonna give me insight. I'll tell you guys the summation of it if you guys feel like it on Monday. Um, I gotta kinda look into if we're allowed to just read H.P. Lovecraft stuff, like as a general thing. Because this book has like a lot of H.P. Lovecraft stuff. Because this is his Mythos Tales book. But see what I mean? It has like all of the stuff. And so we could be reading a good amount. It has Dagon, Nyarlathotep. The Nameless City is very good. Nyarlathotep I've read too. The Nameless City I've read. I hadn't read The Hound yet, or the Festival I just read the other day. Color Out of Space I haven't read. The Curse of Yig I haven't read. The Dunwich Hoary I've read before. I'm gonna probably have to reread that because honestly, now that I think of it, most of my recollection of Dunwich Horror is actually been corrupted by playing video games that use it a lot. I will go to Mountain Madness. It's only it's slightly less than 100 pages, is what it looks like. But basically, there's a good amount of books in here. Super good amount. I'm gonna enjoy getting through that. I'm gonna read the book, and then we'll probably have to check out Mountain of Madness, like in actual. And then I'll judge it, and I'll be like, well, this really felt like I was, or it doesn't. I hope they. I'm sure they read it. I don't know their development dude, but I'm gonna have faith that they read it, guys. Yeah, I like to think that they did. I'm sure they did. Why wouldn't they? Oh, I have some of the parts for your novel core upgrade. You hunt or and do the instances or buy them out of the auction house normally, but because I just do the instances sometimes and stuff, I actually have some of the core components, chill vibes. Like I have so my thingamajiggy is already the novel core MK3. And so I believe I currently have some of the novel core stuff on that planet already, just so you guys know. And so that'll be super easy to deal with. You let me know what you're missing is what we'll do, and we'll figure out how to get you it. That's the easiest way to do it. I haven't completed. I have the novel core 3, but I'm still working on the citizenship mission, and so I don't have full citizenship. But once I have the full citizenship mission finished, then yes, you get free mothership flights, in which is a super big deal. I do have, yes, I have the mission and I am working on it. That's one of the things I work on when I fly there is I hang out. The end of the month is when most of the mission can be pushed forward, guys. And so a lot of times that's one of the things I do while I'm on the planet. I already have tons of these Armament 1 devices, guys. I don't need any more of those. And I feel that most motherships don't burn those out very much. But yes, you do get free mothership flights um, if you have citizenship. And you can earn the citizenship once you have the Novel Core 3. So it's a big deal. Yeah. The citizenship mission is just kill some stuff, type stuff. The thing is, though, I normally, one of these spaceships will fly around somewhere, and often a spaceship is going where I'm going, just so you guys know. And so, um, sometimes I do pay to fly places, but oftentimes because I worked as repair crew and as a pilot on a bunch of ships, um, there are times that I don't actually have to pay. It's mixed bag, guys. Like if it's a I'm in a hurry and I'm like, "Hey, I need a pickup from this planet," and I drop off on this planet, then I do have to pay. But if I'm just like not really that worried about it and stuff and a ship is above the planet I'm on, I sometimes just fly up to the ship, wait till we arrive at whatever new planet we're arriving at and land. And since I have the ability to board 4 different ships, it makes it where often somebody is going where I'm going. Which is the other reason I tell everybody the most powerful thing in this game is community. People can think it's how much they deposit. People can think you can think whatever you want. I'm not going to argue with you on it, but I'm going to tell you. Community, in my opinion, is more powerful than anything else there is. It allows you to have friends that will loan you equipment, that will tell you where this is, that will help you get it. In many cases, it's the only reason why I've been able to build certain skills. I don't own a ship at all. But if I want to go up and repair on a ship, one of those ships is always going to be heading out. Does that make sense? Yes. On top of that, there's the motherships that make the circle every week. Like literally, if you just write down this is the schedule for this mothership, in many cases you can get flown all over the place at no cost to yourself, guys. And and on top of that, you can get together with a group of people and call a mothership to you, and they'll come pick up your whole group and fly you somewhere. Sometimes that's the cheapest way to do it. Um, if you can get on board a mothership as repair crew, though, you can go anywhere in the galaxy. Like repair crew allows you to spend a lot of time skilling, and almost all the ships get bored and head here or get bored and head here. And if you don't care where you are the next day, it's absolutely great. Literally, for like more than a year or so, I lived on a mothership as a repair dude and got to see the whole of the galaxy, hitchhiking rides down to planet most of the time and back up to the ship, and had a blast. I was spending almost nothing because like a repair unit sometimes will burn out in maybe an hour or so. And so like if you just log on and you're like hanging out and visiting and repairing and stuff and you're not playing hours and hours a day, you're actually able to play at a super low amount. And some of the people will take sweat. Not all of them, but some of them will like allow you to trade large amounts of sweat for kits. Or at least they used to. It might not be like that anymore. I don't know the current, you know, I don't know the current how it rolls on that stuff, guys. But at one point, you had no problem being like, "Hey, I got to ride down to planet, and I spent a couple days sweating, and I got all the sweat, and now I'm back up on ship, and I need to trade this." And somebody will be like, "I'll trade you for a kit." And so then you have a repair kit, and you repair a little bit. So I sweated and repaired for a long time, like a long time. And my preference was Rocktopia because the haters and Cyrene, even though the mothership would swing past those planets less often than the other planets. Like Arcadia and Calypso, there's always freaking a mothership flying back and forth. Always. Yeah, level 13 VSE is not bad. It really is easy to hit too, and it unlocks stuff. And so it's kind of nice, just to be honest. It does. It levels up blueprint. That's how most people get it unlocked. Blueprint comprehension, guys, if you're trying to unlock that, you can just go up to a mothership. Can I tell you, I think I actually unlocked my serendipity also that way, but I'm not a million% on that. You know what I mean? I unlocked 2 skills through mothership repair crewing, and got tons of my electronics and engineering skill before I ended up getting an EP1 blueprint and going to Monria, in which Monria was where I got tons of my engineering. And then later on, I went to Toulon to get the machinery aspect of it. But see this, um, let's see. I think we can go to, well, I'll show you what I'm talking about. We'll just go like this. So see my engineering? That's a lot based on Monria and mothershipping. And oh, the blueprint comp definitely is mothershipping. And then our electronics and stuff like that is too. But this mechanics is from mothership, and our vehicle stuff's in here somewhere, guys. We'll just go to construction. So our vehicle tech, my vehicle technology is from mothershipping, guys. That's where I got it. By spending a crapload of time as repair crew on a mothership. And I'm going to let you guys know I learned so much about this game from people on motherships. Like huge amounts of this game was based on visiting with people and stuff like that on the motherships. It's like a sweat circle, kind of, just to be honest. You go to a station, you repair, you all sit there chatting and stuff like that. It's super pleasant. No, I get you. I just went like, let's look at this. Boom. So that's not a great percentage. We want at least 42.5, which is considered extraordinarily good. We got 500 pet and stuff. We got all of these blueprints. Look at all that blueprint crap. Whew. A lot of blueprints, guys. Okay, I'm going to click that. I'm not going to figure out our return on that because we were actually just trying to pop blueprints. What I am going to do is we're going to click back to this. I'm going to go down to here. We're going to click this button. We're going to go like that, go like that. We're going to go clicky button 1. That's 1 no no. We don't know that this is going to happen. There's one little skateboard. Let's see how many skateboards we're able to make today. They said no on that. They're like, no. That, that seemed hostile right there, though. They didn't like us there either. We might only get one skateboard out of this whole process, guys. I don't know. Oh, they are beating me down. Beating me down, guys. Let's hope they're a little nicer. Okay, so we got 2 skateboards. That's a good sign. So I'm going to be honest. Next week. Whoa, that girl has bright eyes. Look at that, Lenny Dove. Poof. Poofy. We all like girls with crispy eyes, right? Everybody likes that, I think. Maybe. Well, maybe not. Okay, then we're going to go here. I'm going to go recycle because I'm not worried about this part. This part we don't care about. We'll take 170 something in those. I'm going to take the 5 pet in that. Okay, boom. Well, I'm going to put one of the boards up for auction. I actually have a board already and a spare board, just for the record. Um, I already had an extra board. I know that sounds probably weird, but this is just extra boards. And so I'll keep one board on reserve. And then what we'll do is I'm going to take one of the boards and I'm going to just throw it in the auction house when I get to Toulon, probably. And then somebody will be able to buy it while we're there. I'm going to throw it in not at a markup so that basically it can just end up being whatever it is. I mean, I'm not going to put a buyout on it either, but necessarily somebody won't have to pay the, I think it's 500% markup or some. It's a lot. People want a lot of markup on these. But somewhere I have, on some planet, I have an extra skateboard. I don't remember what planet I left it on. But yeah, it's like 400, 800, 400. Who knows? Lots of markup on it. Basically, I feel that that's a little excessive and that we don't need to make it that. So what I'll do is I'll load it at and see, we have a good amount. I'll load it at a reasonable price. And I have stocked up on a bunch of basic butt joint stuff. So when I get to Toulon, what's going to happen is, oh, yeah, no, I know that. But I don't need my extra one yet because I haven't even broke my first one, and I've had it for a long time. Just so you guys know, it's absolutely been a super good thing. So I have enough wood stocked up, the, even on see wood shavings and stuff like that, and I have extra on Planet Tolan. So literally we'll do the 500 wood type mission right off the bat when I get to Planet Toulon. I'm going to show you where Waffles was killing everybody so you guys know. But yeah, I'll figure out where my extra one is. I either left it on Cyrene or I left it on Calypso or something. Eventually, we'll find it. I check the stuff when I land on planets. I leave most of my stuff on planets, and we just focus on moving forward. I will be bringing materials with me to Toulon, but I'll be mother shipping my way there. Here's where Waffles is. Waffles is over here killing people and his stuff. I don't know. He might be killing people with his. Oh, are those horns? We don't want to get too graphic of a front shot or a back shot at this point, but let's just be honest. He's like jackalopes. You know what a jackalope is, right? So he's like a polar bear version of a jackalope. This is why I love this thing. Watch this. See? And you get to go like this. Boom. Sometimes we can jump these boards. Watch. Woo! Uh-oh, we'll crash into the water there. That's a splashdown. It's okay. We're a little upside down. I'm going to hop off of it real quick. And woo! And we'll pick it up. My board doesn't like it when we do that and splash into the water. But you guys can see how it's handy for jumping obstacles. Obviously not every obstacle. I'll also show you this. Mine's customized. So look at this stuff. I know you guys can't see it right off the bat. Let me grab this baby. It has fancy designs on it. See that? So I put texture on it, and it's fancy designed, but it's not all colored up. And honestly, my ability to control this well is horrible. But I think you guys can see what I'm talking about. It's fancified. I like that. Okay, boom. I like Cyrene. What I was planning on doing is hitting Toulon, and then right after Toulon, I was gonna head down to Arcadia and explore Arcadia for a little bit. Try to knock out some stuff. We'll avoid those dudes. I'm showing you guys where we go when I'm just chilling. Because I've got to organize some stuff today, message a bunch of people back and stuff. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to come down here. We land here. This is how, so these haters, they have 300 sweat on them. So if you're ever just like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, but I gotta do something for right now while I'm doing stuff, I go like this, I grab a hater, then we go into here, right? Because while you're doing stuff, you don't want to hear all that crap. Then we go to sound, we go like this, boom, turn that down. That way we don't have to hear it while I'm working on stuff. Now we know a hater's gonna take forever to sweat. I like to come all the way back here away from everybody just in case there are people. But often you don't even see anybody back here except like one or two people. You go like that and boom. You've got your haters set up. Oh, there's an area over to the other corner where people are group sweating them. But literally, this is what I often do for sweat and why I like this planet so much. Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and raid over to somebody. If anybody is doing Entropia Universe, let me know. If any of you guys are streaming, let me know. I'll stream over to you. So I don't know what all or who all's streaming. I'm gonna let you know who we got the options of. We've got Funny Fufu 92. We've got Danny Go Baddock. We've got Dranny. We've got Lone Eagle. We've got Collision Pending, Green Toker, Bella EU, Entropia TV. Well, Entropia X TV is actually doing Pokemon Unite. Oh, I don't pay for any promotion, and I don't want promoted to people that had to be paid to see me. So thank you, but no thank you, to be legitly honest. Like anybody that you buy as a fake person is just a fake person, and they're not your real viewers. Okay, so last time I raided Dranny, so this time I'm gonna raid Funny Fufu. Partially because I think Funny Fufu's an awesome name. I don't even know why. Just interesting. Okay, real quick, we're going to begin the raid over. I do want to thank you guys. I will hydrate real quick as we're headed out. Mm. Can you imagine if this was, well, I guess nothing looks like water but water. I don't know what I was thinking there. Okay, raiding right now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will see you guys all this next week. And, well, tomorrow morning I'm going to be doing Diablo 4. But you guys have an amazing weekend. Peace and very best wishes.